Hello, and welcome to Teacher Talk Tuesday, where I sit down with you and I discuss a variety of topics, all under the scope of education. So today I wanted to discuss, if I could go back in time, what are the 3 things I would not do? The first thing I would go back and change is being more consistent. I tried putting stickers on charts on their desks. I tried task marks on the board, and I just realized this wasn't working for me, as well as it wasn't working for the students. Now, you can go into any classroom and you will see that there are tons of different classroom management tools and skills that teachers use. So it is important to find something that works for you, but I would give it more time. If something wasn't working, I would just change it up real quick, and the students eventually caught on that I didn't know what I was doing. Their behavior started to lack, and so that's one thing I would change. I would be more consistent and stick it out with different classroom management skills. Before I move on to the second thing I would not do, if you like these types of videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, providing your feedback in the comment section helps me get an idea of what content you guys like. All right, number 2, what is a different thing that I would have changed if I could go back in time? I would change how I taught different skills. So I would focus on the behavior I want and model and have the students practice that behavior. I am a high believer in practice makes progress. So if I want my students to come in the classroom, I want them to take out their pencil, I want them to open their red math folder and start their daily math, I am going to model that for them. And then I'm going to have them practice that. Instead of giving out consequences and constantly redirecting, just teach the behavior. The first week of school really should be teaching all of those behaviors, modeling those behaviors. When I taught 5th grade, you would think, oh, the students have been in school for a very long time. They should just know how to do these things. Yes and no. Some behaviors they should know, get an idea of, and others, you don't know what the teachers taught before you. So it's just best to get that out of the way, model, and practice the skills you want to see. What behaviors do you want to see? So what is the third thing I would go back and do differently? I would set expectations. I remember my first year teaching, I guess I didn't really know what expectations I wanted just because it was my first year. So I didn't really understand what I wanted the students to be doing all the time. And then once you get the hang of teaching and what kind of flow you want of your classroom, you can set those expectations. I am a high believer in the last part, as I just discussed. I model and we practice every behavior, everything that we're going to be doing. So I set my expectation based off of what I already taught. So if I expect partners to be facing each other and using our sentence starters, I will say before my lesson, my expectation is we are communicating only about the lesson and we are using our sentence starters. And then I always give positive praises, what I would call it, after practicing, because students also need that positive praise. All right, so those were my 3 things I would go back and change if I could. And if you are struggling with these things, give yourself grace. All you can do is learn and change for the next year. Like I said, the last 3 years I taught, I stuck to my same classroom management. I might have added on what I did. I did a classroom money system, and I can talk about that in a later video. But I stuck to that, and I would add on as I could each year a little bit more, because when you add on too much, it can be overwhelming. I do believe baby steps make big progress, right? We don't want to add too much too soon. So those are the 3 things that I would change. And looking forward, I learned from those mistakes and I'm still okay. I made it through the years. So know that if you are making these mistakes, all you can do is change it tomorrow or the next month or the next year. And that's great. That's all part of teaching, is learning and growing. All right. If you like these types of videos, again, please give me a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment on what you want to see next. Bye.